Harvest Kids, it's Pastor Annie here with God's Creature Feature, the sheep. Hey buddy, how are you? It's okay. Hi. And so this is a little lamb, right?
Yes.
How old is she, or he?
Oh, let's see, Jared. Oh, probably 4 or 5 months.
So these little guys are really playful. She probably got shorn probably like, what, 2 weeks ago or something? Mm-hmm. And nice and fluffy still. But they like to frolic. They're really energetic. And just like us, the Lord compares us to his lambs. And the Lord asked me when a few years ago, he said, Annie, he said, feed my lambs. And that's you guys. You guys are his little lambs. You're beautiful, you're soft, you're energetic. Hi.
Hey,
Look
little
how
one.
cute. Look how cute.
I go up close.
It's okay.
Hi.
It's okay.
Yeah. You like the film?
Okay.
Oh, hello.
It's okay.
And their eyes, actually, if you notice, they're slanted sideways. They're a little different
goat.
pupil, and it actually can help in their peripheral vision. That way, if a creature comes up on their side, they can see a lot easier, and they can run away. Because they don't have quite as much of a defense besides some sharp teeth and some hooves to kick. And some running. So lambs have a little bit of a fear because they are often preyed on by other creatures. So you'll notice that they can sometimes be startled, and it shows that they follow each other. They like to follow each other a lot. So originally we had a giant group in here, and then one got startled and ran, so the rest of them all ran together. And that often shows that lambs, they just blindly follow sometimes, even if they don't know what's going on. If everyone else is doing it, they jump in, because of course they want to be safe. There you go. There's your little treat. Yeah. See, watch, he runs, and they all ran out, but they don't know why they're running, and then they'll go back in. And so sometimes believers do that. They run away from certain things that, that other people have gotten hyped about, but it's really not something to be afraid of.
Oh, this is a cute sheep.
Now, over time, their fur begins to grow out, or I guess wool. It begins to grow out, and they get sheared. So you can see the wool on this one, but the one beside it, you can see where the shears have shaved off the wool. And they can be collected and turned into yarn, which can make your nice shirts.
They'll go to Aaron, their owner.
Well, so some of the older ones we raised from like little lambs, like their mom died or they're triplets, and they can really only raise 2 lambs because they don't produce enough milk.
Gotcha.
And so we got them from a friend that also does sheep just right down the road. And so we raised them on bottles. And so when they grew up and got older, and now we're breeding them, they know us a lot better than the other ones. Yeah. They're like, oh, I know, you're my friend. I'm just gonna
you're the one that fed me.
Right.
Have more of a connection from a baby to an adult
There's
sheep.
About 6 or 7 out here that we've raised from little baby.
So when you raise them from a baby, they recognize your voice a lot better, and they've grown up around you, so they will come to you. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's awesome. Just like how God raises us up when we're young and we recognize his voice and we begin to grow with him.
Is that a boy that's mounted?
The more you hear God's voice and follow it, the more that you understand who he is and who's talking, and you'll obey him and you won't listen to a stranger's voice. It's feeding time. You know, when God talked to Peter and he said, "Go and feed my sheep," and he told him it 3 times, You know why? Sheep, they're hungry and they like to eat. They are enjoying. Look how excited they are to come eat. And this is why they need this nutrients to keep going and keep growing. So just like that, we have to feed God's people because it keeps us going and keeps us growing. Big and strong, and they have a beautiful furry coat. Hello. Hi. Wow. He's trying to say hi. He wants to be on camera. Oh, somebody's peeing.
He's like on the star of the show. No, I am.
Oh, look at the little lambs. So, it also says in the Bible that he leads us to green pastures and beside still waters. That one agrees. Kneeling down there, enjoying his life or her life. And so, sheep like to roam green pastures and enjoy eating the fresh grass. And they like being brought here. It's comforting, it's pleasant, and they're surrounded by fence so they know that they're not going to get attacked by predators. So Jesus does the same thing for us. He leads us to green pastures and he protects us so that nothing of the enemy can harm us or cause us to be in fear, because we know that we're surrounded by his protection.
So we've got a little black sheep over here. And boys and girls, sometimes there's an expression, if you feel like the black sheep in a group, like you're different from everyone else. Well, just like this black sheep, he's running with all his friends. You gotta just believe the truth about yourself, which is that you are accepted in the beloved. That's what the Bible says. And you just don't want to believe lies from the enemy. You're not the black sheep. You fit in with everybody. You're accepted in Jesus. He loves us all. We're all his sheep, the sheep of his pasture.